Welcome to Within the Paragon. I am your host, Jake Stanley, and you know how we start every day off that we do this. You got your drinks, you got your snacks. I hope you do, because we're getting into it. So, without further ado, this week, our guest. Please enjoy.
I know what you're thinking. How did this average-looking guy get with such a bombshell? The answer, my friends, is tequila. Tequila turns any man into Bradley Cooper. The sex? Average. Dear men of the world, on behalf of all women, stop fingering us like you're poking a dead fish. It hurts. And no, you did not make us come.
Let's give you to today's guest, Nina Rubesa. What is up, Nina?
Hi, Jake. Well, that was a nice surprise to see which one you chose.
Yeah, I was going through them and I was like, ooh, Bradley Cooper. Kind of, yeah. And then the rest of it came on. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
It's very true. It's based on reality.
It is true. It is based on reality. And that is one of the things that I think is the coolest about you. Reality. It's like you're just real. You're like one of the realest people I've seen on social media. I know there's a lot of people out there, but you do a lot of different things. You write, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you tell us a few things that you do?
So I'm an actor and writer. And then I also produce things because I used to work in artist management and music. And I think that kind of has developed my skill set to actually get things done and to make things happen. So that's proved to be very useful. But yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, you have that's part of your series, or is that like a series you have?
Genius Time?
Yeah, Genius Time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I created that literally during lockdown because I don't know if you have this too, but you know when you're trying to make something, you can get so in your head about trying to make it perfect. And never actually do anything about it. And so I was just, I don't know, I felt like I just needed to make something and put it out there and just get over that need for it to be perfect before people see it. So yeah, it was interesting because like after you do, because I did 100 of them, and you hit a point where you're like, because at first you're like, oh, I hope people like it. I hope they like it and comment. And at one point you're like, I don't even care anymore. Like at one point you're just like, I'm doing this because I've committed to this and I'm just going to stick to it and show up and I'm learning and I'm developing, and what other people think or don't think doesn't matter. Right. So it's a really good exercise and just like getting over that.
That's good. I think that's great. I mean, really cool editing skills.
Thank you.
I love the ideas. I mean, there's so many different subjects. I love that intro with music, and every time it's different. Like I was really enjoying it, like when I was watching. And so, you, how many did you do before you kind of are going to go into something else with it?
So I've done 100. And I initially wanted to do 1,000. That was my initial goal for it. But stuck to 100. And now like it's going to be coming back. But this time, like I'm going to be adding one other actor into the scenes. And they're actual scenes where the camera acts as the silent third character. Because I really want, like, I'm an actor. I like playing with different characters and different sides of myself. And I was like, I like the two-camera bit, but I want to play with actual worlds and scenes. And so I've been working on that. So that should be coming out soon, which
awesome. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Like the world is the game board, so to speak, right? And there's so many things you can play.
Yes, right, exactly. And like literally, the great thing is like you can, essentially you can use anywhere in the world as a location.
Right.
When you have a small team, you just go to wherever you want and you just film something. You just shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing's stopping you.
That's true. That's true. If you have a phone, they tell you if you got a phone, just do it with a phone.
And I use my phone.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, really cool. Okay, so just so you know, the whole, on social media, people have a presence, and some people more than others, hence the term Paragon.
Mm.
But just normal people, down-to-earth people. And so by way of some questions, we can really find out. So without further ado, first question today. How would you describe the word yellow to someone who's blind?
I love it. Okay. Go get it. How would I describe the word yellow? Someone who's blind. Warm. Like, like when you close your eyes, actually, there's like that, it's kind of like, there's that warm, it's kind of like a warm color. Do you know what I mean? When you look at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that. I know it's not a word, but I would say that. And joy, the feeling of joy.
Okay. I like that. Jotting down joy.
What would you say? How would you describe it?
Oh boy, I've never had the question asked.
Well,
and I've listened to other people's, but I think a lot of people use warm, fuzzy, sand, like sandy.
Yeah.
And maybe a weird word to throw in, upside down.
Upside down.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just came to me like that. So I don't know.
Like
I'm weird, so like you're upside down and like everything starts kind of spinning, and I don't know. It just puts you in this other phase.
Yeah, I get that actually. It's because it's like feeling when you close your eyes and it's like all these like light, tingly, bright lights.
Right.
So yeah.
You're like, I guess I could see that. I guess I could see that. Yeah. Okay. Not too bad. Too bad I couldn't use the word tequila. People are like, tequila? Yellow? What is that? Where are you tuning in from today, by the way?
London, UK, England.
Now, are you English?
No.
I couldn't tell. Just kidding.
No, I am. I'm officially half Canadian, half Belgian. But my dad's Croatian, my mom is Dutch, and I was born in Switzerland, but I'm not Swiss. And I lived in the States, so I think that's where some of the accent got picked up.
Well, a really eclectic blend.
Yes.
Is that the right word? Eclectic?
Where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina. What's it like there?
It is very nice. I'm at the beach, so it's very serene, awesome evenings, very nice balance of weather. Well, for the most part. I mean, the world is kind of breaking, so but for what it is, I mean, it's pretty awesome. Super humid hot summers.
Nice. We don't have that. It's been raining the past 10 days. It feels like November.
I just talked to my friend from London yesterday. Yeah, he said it's been like forever. It's been raining like every day.
Yes.
So I feel for you. I mean, truly do. But like, Definitely. What would you describe London besides rainy? How would you describe it to people who've never been before?
I would say that it's like a playground. It's like an adult playground.
Okay. How so? An adult playground. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, because it's like, when you're a kid and you go to like the jungle gym and you're like, ooh, monkey bars, ooh, like a slide, and you're just kind of curious and you're following your curiosities and like you're playing on these different like parts of the park and you're meeting different people, and that's kind of, I guess, what London feels like. Like you're at some park and you're just exploring and finding your way around.
That's cool. I like that description. Reminds me of Taiwan.
Oh yeah?
Parks everywhere. Oh yeah. Parks everywhere. And people everywhere.
You used to live in Taiwan.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Amazing.
So
was that for, like, when you were a kid or for work or?
No, I went when I was 21 and I was there for 13 years.
13 years.
Yeah, so it was a big chunk of my life.
Why were you there for so long?
Oh, why? I went to learn Chinese.
Why? I mean, I love it. I feel like that's the thing that we've all had on our bucket list for years.
Oh, yeah. Learn Chinese. Yeah. No, I was learning Chinese because I wanted to help Chinese people back in the States learn the Bible. I mean, that's the shortened story.
Okay.
Basically. And instead of coming back, I liked the immersion and loved the people and the food and the experience. I mean, it's nothing like where we're from.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just enveloped me. And today's word of the day, envelop.
Envelop, that's a good word.
The letter of the day is E. E stands for envelop. Too bad I can't like edit something that's like envelop, right?
Yeah,
if you're seeing this video right now, you can edit this, get up with me so you can use the word envelop.
Exactly. It's a challenge to all of you.
It's a challenge.
Challenge that Jake said. Personal challenge. Very exciting.
I know. I like that. I think we should start doing that. Like,
actually, you know which word I love?
What word?
Flip-flop. Isn't it the best word?
Flip-flop. It makes it sound like a pit-pat.
It sounds exactly what it is.
Yeah. Flip-flop, flip-flop.
Exactly.
It doesn't sound like that. Everybody at home right now is just going flip-flop, flip-flop. Come on, everybody. Flip-flop. Made you do it. The power. Okay, question 2.
Okay.
Very serious question.
Oh, okay.
A penguin walks into your room and he's wearing a sombrero.
Okay.
Okay. What does he say and why is he there?
Well, that happens every Tuesday, actually. So, he's there because he's here to give me a pep talk. And he's here to remind me that not to take things too seriously. He's like, Nina, let it go and enjoy.
What's his name? I mean, that guy sounds cool.
Mr. Sombrero Penguin Man. It's a terrible
Yeah, I love it. It's like,
I feel so bad for him. I just gave him the worst
yes.
imaginative name ever.
Whatever works, right? Whatever works. I mean,
Frederick.
Hey, even better, Frederick. I love it. Oh man, when people put you on the spot, do you find that you're the quick-witted person, or you take a little? Would you consider yourself that?
I'm a big thinker, right? And but acting and writing too, you can't be up there. You can't, because the minute you're up here, you forget to be present, and the minute you forget to be present, you can't react from a place of instinct, right? And
Right.
I think that's where all the good stuff comes out. So I try to be more present in like not get too heady, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What about you? What are you? Are you more quiet or more?
I'm definitely not quick-witted.
Okay.
I mean, I try to become better with words. Sometimes I'm really good with words, but it's just in certain moments, you know. Maybe if I know my subject really well, or when it comes to maybe comforting people, I think. Yeah. I mean, things that, and that's kind of an important thing. So I feel like I've had success with that. Just making people feel good. But when it comes to like, you know, thrown on the spot with certain things, it's like, I have some friends that are pretty quick-witted. So it's like, I feel like I'm just like, you know, just crickets. It's like.
Do you feel like it's because you're in your head a lot? Are you kind of self-conscious? Like, do you care about what people think?
Most definitely not.
Right. Okay.
So I'm not self-conscious. At the same time, you know, I'm not completely carefree. So it's like, whatever. My attitude is never, this is who I am. You either like me or not. I don't like that viewpoint. Cause it's kind of aggressive. So that's not me personally. If I can make some changes, sure. I'm always looking to see how I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but at the same time, you have to be balanced because you know that you kind of are, whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
There's just too many people out there, right?
Right.
Right.
It's like you don't want everyone to like you. Like,
right.
It's interesting. Like, I don't know where I read this but like I remember when I was working with artists, we talked about this a lot. It's like you have to, if everyone likes you, it means you're not bold enough. It means you're not being like, you need to have a 50-50 split between people who love you and people who hate you. And that's, I think, a tough pill to swallow and I feel that I'm like, I want the love, but then I have to also take all this hate. And sometimes it's like, what does that look like for me? And how can I let myself go and spiral into a place where I'm creating based off of true instinct that's not based on anybody else's, like not being afraid of people hating me.
Yeah. No, that's deep, but yes. Yeah, I like that subject. I think it's so true though, you know. A lot of people like to kiss the tush, you know. So it's like, yeah, we live in a world like that today. Yeah, so just being real is a cool thing.
It is.
Not blatantly like, what's the word? Where you're brutally honest. Not necessarily have to be brutally honest, because sometimes that hurts feelings. But being honest is good. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now you do acting and you write. Now, if you were to take those elements we've talked about already, writing and acting out of your life, edit it completely out of your life.
Okay.
Who would you be, and what would you be doing?
I think I would. I mean, I'm definitely like, we are not what we do. That for me has been a big lesson over the past 2 years, especially. Like, I am not like what I do. Like, my craft it's a personal craft, right? To be an artist, you put yourself into it. But I think it gets dangerous when you start to identify your whole life and your whole being to that, right? Because then suddenly it's like, if no one likes the art, that means I'm shit and terrible and not worthy. And it's like, no. Actually, that's not what it means. Like, you are worthy in itself without any of the art that you're making, or, you know?
Right.
So as a human, Nina is, I guess, I mean, I've always really liked psychology. So I'd probably be doing something with psychology. Maybe, I'm not sure what, but studying the mind, studying how the mind works, studying how human behavior works, you know, like why do people do what they do? Reading the and I guess this is kind of what acting is, but this is why I love it. Reading when you're like understanding why are they doing what they're doing and how what's underneath what they're saying.
Right. I believe you said, I think we had this conversation a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're talking about that. Yeah, about the mind, how you like to know how the mind works and stuff. Yeah. I think so. That's really cool. See, that's, and I love how you said what you did, that it doesn't define you.
Yeah.
Because if it, yeah.
It is very much what we're taught, right? We live in a culture where it's like you need to succeed and like have X, Y, and Z in order to be seen as a worthy human. And I think that only leads to, you know, sad, depressed humans trying to prove themselves, forgetting what's actually important in life would be to be present and happy and like enjoy being alive. Is that your dog?
That is my brother's dog.
What kind of dog?
It is a cute dog, but I'm gonna mute it and I will go get it.
Oh my gosh.
And bring it here.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna bring the dog on the show?
Why not? Why not?
Okay. In the meantime, I'll just keep you all entertained. Cheers. Oh.
Okay. This is a teddy bear here.
Is that his name?
No, it's Willow.
Willow.
A girl. Yeah.
Willow.
Say hi, everybody.
Oh. Hello.
That does look quite adorable. My goodness.
She's so cute.
Are you looking straight at everybody? I think she's 9.
She looks a bit shocked. She kind of reminds me of a lion. A lion. Oh, cute.
Yes. She is a good girl. Sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. She's a good girl all the time. I guess we could leave you here, but you probably leave in 5 seconds. So, there you go.
Amazing.
You never know what's going to happen on this show. I tell people that. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Some crazy stuff happens on this show. Well, I did get a suggestion to do the show like in another place, like outside somewhere or whatnot, which would be cool. I almost did it. I was setting up outside and then there was like all this noise. Somebody decided to like nail some stuff, and then some dude was pulled out a power washer and was like pressure washing the sidewalk. I'm like, oh man. Back to the inside we go.
Yeah, out there in the world where everybody's just being loud and noisy.
Like, for the love of God.
No. Forward here. Can you stop?
Well, yeah, you do a lot of your shots for outside.
Yeah, it's true. I do.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's all those elements too, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of it was done not really around people because it was lockdown, right? So nobody was really out.
Right.
Yeah. You can wait for them to pass.
Right. You got that thought and you're just like,
yeah, exactly. Move.
Come on. Yeah, do you find that because of lockdown it made it kind of a little bit harder, or do you find your experience with doing acting and stuff a little bit more interesting a little bit more. How was your experience? Did you find it more convenient, less convenient?
What do you mean, doing it?
Because like auditions have to be like online, or they had to be online, or Zoom calls, things like that. So it really, for that industry, it really changed the perspective of how to do things.
Yeah, it did. It did. And I guess during the past year, I've had a couple of auditions, which I did for Zoom, which were fine. Like, but I just spend most of my time just making my own work, and that's what really excites me. I love seeing my own work coming together. I love like editing it. I love just being able to see it and have it come out the next week, right? Like there's something very exciting about that. Whereas traditionally you go to something and then you have to wait like sometimes a year before you see it, right? So it's very quick, and I like that, the quick feedback.
Yeah, I think with people, a lot of people don't know what's involved when it comes to like acting and writing, and there's a lot involved.
Yeah, and do you know what's crazy? Like, I think people think, oh, you're up there, you're doing your little like acting show, but like when you're shooting something, right? Especially like in these scenes that are going to be coming out, like they're all shot in one take, and they're between 3 and 4.5, 5 minutes long. Like the focus, you've got to be so present and so focused, not just on where the camera is, but on where the other actor is. And like, we shoot them in an hour and a half, 2 hours max. There's only been one rehearsal.
Wow.
So it takes a lot of energy. Yeah. Which I think, I don't think if you've never done it, I don't think you expect it to take that much energy and focus.
Yeah, like you say, you definitely have to have experience in doing it to get in that mindset. I've had the opportunity to do some commercials, but I mean nothing with like longer takes. And
so what is it that you really want to do, Jake? What's your dream?
Dream. That's a big word. I never really consider myself as having a dream. I'm kind of a means to an ends guy. I know it sounds really boring, but basically doing what you need to do to make it. But at the same time, if you can find that thing that's enjoyable,
right?
So I know that it kind of takes away the luster of the word dream.
I mean,
but I mean, seriously, it's like some things I'm all for trying out different things. And so though, if there is something that stands out, like that you like to do, it's not monetarily doing great or bringing in anything. So don't quit your day job. I have 2 sayings that I like, and that's don't quit your day job and don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I used to hate those sayings, at least the eggs in one basket, but it's so true. You got to be reasonable. I keep up with another actor on Instagram, and he had to kind of throw his stuff off to the side for a little bit, and says he has a new thing he's doing right now. So you can put all your time and effort into something, and because of the economy and because of different issues and things happening around us, it can always change. So always be flexible,
Yeah.
I mean, at least for me.
Yeah. And I get that. I get that. I don't know. I think that we can all dream a bit more. And I feel like we should be encouraging people to dream more and equip people with the tools to be able to just live how they want to live in the world. And I know that might be easier said than done, but I don't know. I guess I've always been a dreamer, and
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. I mean, because it's first and foremost, it's positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
And that's not to say that I've not been hit by all the disappointment and the frustration and the anguish that comes along with it, right? Yeah, I don't know, because I know people as well. They just kind of go with the flow, and they're just doing what they just go with the flow. And I think sometimes actually wanting one thing too badly can keep us from actually ever achieving it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, if you're trying for,
if nothing mattered, if anything could happen, what would you want?
doing something that I love.
Which is?
Oh, well, I have a lot of loves, but if I like to entertain, but if it's just merely for me, I like being out in nature. So like whether it's surfing or just going places, meeting people, eating food, drinking coffee, like stuff like that, for sure.
And see, that's like, I think when people hear dream, they're like, oh, it needs to be this crazy. But I think it's whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel most yourself.
Most definitely.
Brave enough to push yourself towards the things that might scare you.
Trying new things is always a good way to test that,
Yeah.
And surround yourself around with the right people.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be around the naysayers. Well, you're not going to get very far.
No.
Yeah. Okay. These are great subjects. These are like, I love it.
Topic a bit.
I know. Okay. If, let's see, your breakfast of choice, your perfect breakfast. What would be your perfect breakfast?
This is so like East London millennial, but avocado on toast or pancakes.
That's like completely opposite.
Both.
I like that answer better.
My sister and I we once thought about the most genius idea, which is a tapas breakfast place.
Ooh.
Right? Because when you go have breakfast, you're like, you've got to pick one or the other. But what if you want a bit of everything? You want a bit of avocado on toast. You want a bit of pancake. You want a bit of waffle. You want an egg. You want some bacon, like in little dishes.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Why has nobody invented this yet? I don't know. But if someone's listening and you are into food, you can have that one.
Well, didn't you come up with a genius time that was tapas, if I remember correctly?
Tapas?
Was it? You made a lot of them. No? For some reason, I want to say there was. All right.
Was.
Yeah, I almost feel like it was.
Don't think so.
Okay, I'll have to go through them.
Different one, but.
So where can people find your stuff that you do? Like you have a YouTube channel and
I mean Instagram's the best place probably. I'm most active on there, and then YouTube is what I'm currently building. So that's where you're going to be able to watch these like new scenes that are coming out. And I just released a 4-part series on. It was like a 4-part interview series on equipping artists and creatives with the skills to turn their creative hobby and passion into a business. So I guess that's what I'm just very fascinated by, like, how can you turn art into something that you do full time, Like,
right.
Why not? Why can't, like, I think a lot of artists get quite like, oh, but it's art. I don't feel kind of bad around money, but money is just, I think the mindset around money can be developed with creative people, because to use it as a tool, as a resource, right, to help you make the things you want to make. And
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Yes. like was said earlier, there's so many possibilities,
Hmm.
I like to refer to it as a chessboard. Huh?
Yeah, you like the chessboard analogy. Tell me more about this chessboard.
The chessboard of life.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these pieces, and there's certain ways to move them. I mean, but sometimes you move them one way. Not saying there's always somebody directly against you, but you move a piece a certain way, and there are elements, hence the other pieces that can come at you in different directions. It's how you move, how you think through, that allows you to move forward. In the end, you make those choices. You can always, and all the pieces conglomerately into one. If we were to use this analogy, imagine being one piece that can move the way that all the pieces move.
Oh, so we're moving as one, a collective.
Yeah, if who you were was all the pieces.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And you can move in any direction because all the pieces have a way to move. But each one only can move that particular way. Well, if they had that piece that was like all of them put into one, that would be who we are.
This reminds me of there's this. So essentially, when it comes to acting, people are always like, "Oh, so you're like really good at lying," and it's like, no, I'm actually like, essentially, like people, we're like a mixing desk. Have you ever seen you've seen mixing desks, right? With all the channels, like in a studio.
Oh yeah, mixer, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so like essentially that's a human being, and so like some channels are turned up higher than others, but at any point, can you turn these down and turn these up?
I like that. That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what acting is. You are just turning up different parts of yourself. And that's essentially what you're talking about with this chessboard, because it's like different pieces will bring out different parts of who we are and could be.
I think that you're I'm trying to like hear out of one ear, so that last part you said, basically that last part, the piece, the turning up on the board, and then
so we can literally be like we can be anything. We have everything within us. We can. So when people are like, "Oh, that's just how I am," no, that's how you choose to be, right? Because at any point you say, "Actually, I want to be the person who can." Go into a room and talk to anyone, and that might take a bit of practice, but that's within me. I just haven't practiced and played that track.
Most definitely. That's
what the thing is about being a human. It's like we can be anything. We have it all within us.
That's right.
Right?
I totally agree. 100%. And that just goes back in line with the whole positivity thing and trying things, being around the right people. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Yes, it will take practice with things, but hey, as long as we're able to, why not, right? Why not? Last question.
Okay.
Your ultimate superpower, you could only choose one. What would it be?
Fly. I would love to fly. I think, yeah. I would love to fly. Like the flying dreams are always my favorite. And I'm like, whoa, you're just like soaring through the buildings.
Yes.
Going through the clouds.
Yes.
How great would that be?
Yes. That yes. I love that. I love that. That's mine.
Is it?
Hands down.
There we go.
Like some people are like, I want to be invisible or I want to do this. No, I'm like, no, flying, dude. Flying.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it just feels so like, I don't know, alive and just.
It's kind of like in those movies you see, I think it was like Peter Pan or Hook, when he's flying in the sky and like he's like doing like backstrokes in the cloud.
Yeah, and somersaults and like like going like bouncing down and then going by the water.
Yes, just like the pelicans do. They're just, that'd be so cool.
So good.
Oh yeah. No, okay. So, and I do have to ask it because it's just it has to. If you would be an animal, which one would it be? Any animal.
My first instinct was to say tiger, because I've always loved tigers. I don't know why. I think they're just so incredible as animals. Maybe a hummingbird.
Okay.
They fly around and like, I don't know. Yeah, I think a tiger or a hummingbird. Maybe a dog. A dog is always really loved by their humans. I think what's amazing about dogs, they just love you, and then they
do.
Back, and there's something really vulnerable about dogs. They're just like, hey, I'm here, like I'm doing everything, even when you're
exactly.
not, they're very vulnerable and brave about that. Yeah, one of those, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Hummingbird, dog, or tiger.
Yeah.
That's good choices. Dolphin.
That was that's a good one too. That's a good one.
Dolphin. Most definitely dolphin. But you are descriptive with yours. I mean, I've got my reasons for reading a dolphin, but
what are they? Well, why?
I would say because they surf.
Oh yeah, you said you like the water. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just they're agile. They're very smart creatures, so they figure things out, and they're one of the smartest mammals, if not the smartest. And so, and they jump out of the water and do flips and stuff. Oh yeah, come on, it's super cool. They use sonar. And sharks don't like them, so that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. They're pretty badass dolphins, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my name wouldn't be Flipper, but I think I don't know what I'd be named. Probably my name.
Something to think about, Jake. What would your dolphin name be if you were
my dolphin name?
Very important question.
I don't know.
Maybe the people, maybe your like watchers, they can like everybody out there like
if I was a dolphin, what would my name be? And if Nina was a tiger, what would her name be?
Great.
Yeah, put that down there.
Put them in the comments. I can't
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna all check it out. Might as well. It's been awesome to have you here today.
Thanks for having me, Jake. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's super cool. And guys, you can. I'll put some links down below so everybody gets a chance to, get to meet you a little bit more through what you do. Hopefully today's been a chance for everybody to get to know you a little better. It's super cool.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jake.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're gonna leave everybody with something to say, what would you say?
Oh God.
Short and sweet.
Until it doesn't matter, it can't be. That or trust your gut.
Until it doesn't matter,
it cannot be.
It cannot be.
Yeah, until it doesn't matter so much, it can't be. And to trust your gut, because I think so many people are going to try and tell you what you should do and how you should think and what you should want, and like actually, you know what you need to do, and you know what you want and what you care about, and it's like that's all that matters. And you've got to trust that instinct and that inner knowing more than anything else.
Words from Nina. So. Thank you so much. Awesome. Super cool. I'm gonna this is Nina Rubesa, everybody. So follow her on social media and check her out. And great to have you again. I'll get back with you in just a sec.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Bye.
So, everybody, that's this week's episode of Within the Paragon. That was Nina Rubesa, writer, actor, producer. Super cool to have her on the show. Hopefully, what you've seen has just helped you to see that how cool people in the world are. And, well, if we just get a chance to know a little bit more about everybody, it's a great place to be. And it's a good time to be alive. So, again, I'm Jake Stanley. This is Within the Paragon. Please, if you like what you've seen, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, by all means, please don't let me hold you back. And again, we're going to be putting some links down below for other future events as well. So keep checking it out. And again, I'm Jake Stanley. This is Within the Paragon. And see you next week.